one of the low.
Again. Falcon 9 did begin
12 minutes again.
on time at T-minus 35 minutes. The RP1 fuel loading on the second.
Oh, 3 on Twitch.
Stage 1.
Oh my god, they made No Man's Sky a real thing. So exciting. Not long now. Loose Raccoon.
And confirmation that the stage 1 LOX load is complete.
You ever been nervous before a roller coaster?
Right now, LOX is going to continue loading on second stage. That'll wrap up at T-minus 2.
They made Buzz Lightyear movie real. Wow. Space.
Again, at T-minus 2 minutes, we'll finish liquid oxygen loading. And then a typical event, we will drain the propellant lines that go along the strong back, and we'll typically get a large...
So excited, my knees are...
at about 90 seconds before launch, as we see the propellants come back down off of the strong back to prepare for liftoff.
American components, Russian components, all made in Taiwan. Lol, highlighted message. Holy podge, man, I'm shaking. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Stage 2 LOX load complete.
I love that.
Dragon is an auto idle.
All right, Falcon 9. With that, Falcon 9 is fully fueled. We have
heading out
both the first and
back
second stages.
to the yard
Both
to
stages
watch
are filled
once
with
that
liquid
baby is
oxygen.
lit.
Filled with liquid oxygen. Dragon is also in auto idle. The flight computers on board Dragon maintaining their calculations, standing by for the T-minus 0
What's wrong with
mark.
people, man?
That next call out will be that Dragon
Come on,
is in
light the
countdown.
candle. What
Standing
an
by now for
impressive
the call.
live stream. Oh, this guy's a juicer. Oh, where's he at?
FTS is armed, Falcon 9 is in startup, and is now controlling. Dragon is in countdown.
All right, the final minute before launch. Just
Not a
47
juicer.
seconds to go. Everything is
Dragon,
ready for an on-time
SpaceX,
launch today.
go for launch.
Endurance copies. Go for launch.
Stan Luna
Ground teams are ready,
stream
and
paint the
Crew-3 is ready
town.
for liftoff, heading for that
Minus 30
instantaneous
seconds.
launch window.
2 years Pagman less than 3.
I can't stop
20 seconds
crying
to
tears
liftoff.
of joy. I love NASA.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And liftoff. God. Free.
Oh,
Copy 1 Alpha. Laboratory in orbit. The International Space Station. Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
And that's
Holy
the call we
shit,
want
it's
to hear.
bright.
Good performance on that first stage so far.
T plus 30 seconds. Falcon 9 powered by 9 Merlin 1Gs. Pushing Dragon into low.
Where is it? I don't know. Is it Houston, I think, something like that?
International Space Station.
Power and telemetry nominal.
so where's this?
Stage 1 throttle down.
And we're into the throttle bucket.
Really, dude?
Preparation from xQ.
Dude, what the fuck is that?
Getting ready to throttle the engines back up.
God bless America. America, God's
Stage
country.
one.
Every 28th month, my
Thank
doggy.
you.
I enjoy my stay every time I tune into your stream. Here is to many more
Stage 1 Bravo.
xQcOW.
Copy
All
1
right, that
Bravo.
1 Bravo call is for
Ah,
the second stage abort mode on the first stage. That is going to take them through the first stage, burning just before the second stage activates off the coast.
congrats, chat. You guys break my browser. Fuck, man.
underway.
Then back chill underway.
There's the call out. We're getting the second stage engine turbo pumps ready for their ignition coming up in just a little more than 40 seconds. We've got the major vents coming up here shortly. We're going to get main engine cutoff at 2 minutes 36 seconds. The stages will separate. Then the second stage will ignite, carrying Dragon on its way into low Earth
My
orbit.
eyes, dude.
Everything continues to look good.
Stage 1 throttle down.
So what are they going to space again?
Stage 1 throttling down at 3.5 Gs. Getting ready for MECO.
Yeah, the ISS, right? But to do what? It's gonna go clunk.
MECO.
It's gonna have a little bit of a wire hanging out.
Stage separation.
See it?
Copy, 2 Alpha.
All right,
Well,
we
wires.
have ignition of the second stage.
It's normal.
And you saw that green flash
Dude,
of
that
that
ignition.
T-TEP
Bing.
fluid. And Crew-3 is now on their way to the International Space Station.
On the left side, first
xQc, are you
stage,
excited
you
for
can
NASA
see the
finally
titanium
making
grid
ship
fins
big
coming
enough to
out,
explore the
the
two
streaks
giant craters under
of
your
the
eyes?
exhaust of the second
Oh,
stage
wait.
engine going by,
That's your nose.
and the lights of Florida down in the background.
Acquisition signal.
That's right, and on your right, that second stage glowing
They're sending a new laboratory.
with that red color we like to see, indicating everything is proceeding well.
Why is NASA playing balloons?
You're not gonna see much on the left, chat, anyway. And like, not much is gonna happen
Now
there.
3 minutes and 40 seconds into flight, everything's still on track.
Acquisition of signal
We've
Bermuda.
seen this time and time again. We know what the procedure, man.
Dragon, SpaceX, trajectory
And that
nominal.
call out of acquisition of
Confirmed,
signal
copy.
Bermuda, that just means the Bermuda ground station has the signals from the
Time
second
to
stage of
launch
Dragon and
PokeChamp,
Falcon
time
9.
To launch PokeChamp, time to launch
Chad, do they have
PokeChamp,
fairs this time or not?
to launch
Currently
PokeChamp,
on the
time to
first
launch
stage.
PokeChamp.
Do they have like
We
the
are
side
coasting to
shells?
apogee, beginning a slow
Or not?
180-degree pitch,
30
so that when
absolutely
the
insane months.
vehicle comes
Would
back
be
through
more
the
if I
atmosphere,
Not this one?
the engines are pointed
Forgot
down
my
towards the
answer a
drone
few
ship.
months ago.
When we do the relight,
xQcOW.
relight for the entry burn will come at T+7
Oh, yeah.
minutes and 30
The
seconds.
man-made missions
3
don't
minutes
have them,
from
right?
now. Currently, the first stage about 166 kilometers up, continuing to coast to apogee for another brief period.
The manned missions or whatever the fuck.
Meanwhile, that second stage still propelling the Crew-3 astronauts up the eastern seaboard, and it will
Yeah, so this
continue
one- this
to
one lands-
fire.
lands-
It's about
lands out with
a
the
6-minute burn
thrusters,
to deliver
right?
the astronauts into orbit.
And
Dragon,
I didn't see
SpaceX,
that on either a
trajectory
plate
nominal.
on the ocean, right? Or a plate somewhere else.
Endurance
But I think it's
And
gonna
a
be in
good
the
call
ocean,
out from the
right?
ground teams.
I always love to hear trajectory nominal, and the crew gets to hear it too on the call.
Acquisition of signal New Hampshire.
And the New Hampshire tracking station has acquired the telemetry
Make a
signal.
rocket. And then they have the side shells, whatever, when it's the other missions, and they make them land on with some parachutes on some cool boat with a big ass net, and it lands inside the net. And then they have everything, all the debris.
5 minutes and 30 seconds into flight today, everything is still proceeding nominal.
And Courtney, right now on the second stage, it's such a large amount of
Then
propellant.
what?
It takes a while for second stage to really accelerate. The crew right now, it
Dragon,
looks like they're
SpaceX,
pulling about.
trajectory nominal.
Tundra, I remember weird champ. Tundra,
Looks
I
like we're
remember
pulling
weird
about
champ.
1.5 Gs.
Tundra, I remember weird champ.
And then they
So
separate.
right on cue, those
One
check-ins
more time,
on
right?
the second stage performance. Everything is still looking good on that second stage. The next milestone on the second stage will be SECO. And we're getting our views now.
Aren't they bored?
from
Couldn't they play, like,
inside
games
of
on the
Endurance,
phone?
our first views of the crew on their way to the International Space Station.
They're bored.
We're 1 minute away from entry burn of the first stage. Hopefully we'll get a camera view back on the first stage as we light the 3 engines come back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Right.
Dragon,
They're
SpaceX.
showing a Mach
Trajectory
14, they can't
normal.
move.
Endurance copies.
Another good check-in with the crew, confirming everything is still looking good so far on both ends.
Games, I'm waiting for food for first. I have a big aesthetic. Yo, what's it lagging? Oh,
That next milestone coming at 7 minutes and 30 seconds will be entry burn start.
So fucking annoying.
To begin slowing down the first stage prior to entering the Earth's
Stage
atmosphere.
2 FTS is safe. Stage 1 entry burn is
Oh, it's landing.
We've heard stage 1 entry burn to start up. We've lit the center engine. We've got the 2 side engines, 3 engines running. This is a 27-second burn.
It's not landing right now, I don't think, right?
This will slow the first stage down. We'll then enter the atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly.
Where the grid fins begin to work. And then
When it
we will fire the
re-enters,
single
it
center
burns
engine
once,
as
slows
we
down,
approach the drone
then
shell.
Stage 1
then
entry
it
burn
burns.
shutdown.
Confirmation entry burn shutdown.
And meanwhile, that second stage is less than a minute away from cutoff.
Play KSP. Yeah, this is pretty good.
Stage 2 in terminal
You
guidance.
go to space? Would you go to space? I don't know. What would you do in space, though?
I heckin' love NASA Holly. I just chat myself. My niece fell off.
Copy, Shannon.
There's that call for Shannon.
Stage 1 is transonic.
Love you,
Stage
Mr.
1
Count.
decelerating
You
as we
always keep
prepare
me
for entry
going.
burn. But our attention is right now looking at stage 2 as we get
And
ready
back
for
shutdown.
shutdown.
Time to throw space champ.
Schwank, that means it's you know,
Stage 1 landing burn.
under speed of sound, right?
Dragon, SpaceX. Nominal orbit insertion.
And the second stage has done its job. Our Crew-3 astronauts have been delivered into orbit.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
Here it comes.
Landing leg deploy.
Endurance copies. We feel Cuco and Styles confirms we are in space.
Jesus, dude.
Dragon SpaceX, launch escape
Oh,
system is designed.
come on. Fuck you. What a fucking joke, dude.
Endurance copies.
Stage 1 landing is confirmed.
And we've heard the call out. Stage 1 landing is
Expected
confirmed.
loss of signal at Cape and acquisition of signal
They are
Newfoundland.
blasting away from Earth at thousands of miles per hour and could probably
Some
do better
great
than
call
you did a
outs. That
crap
next
game
milestone
with
is
Space King.
spacecraft separation around 12 minutes into flight.
Guys. I told you, I'm not
Drinking
kidding.
some pumpkin
My
spice latte
idea
and watching
for a
my
live
favorite
broadcast
streamer.
that doesn't
Now
cut or
for
lag
astronauts
is
on
better than
board
theirs.
Dragon.
I don't give a shit. I said
The
it.
crew now coasting in low Earth orbit, still attached to that second stage.
You can prevent the fucking.
Again, that next milestone coming in
You
about 2
can
minutes.
prevent
That
the
second stage will
broadcast from
separate,
lagging
and Crew Dragon will be flying free.
on landing.
And Courtney,
If
right
you
now,
infrastructure
the Falcon 9
the
second
fucking
stage
thing
is still
properly.
attached to the Dragon capsule. When it's time, Dragon will command separation from the Falcon 9 second stage. Right now, that second stage, under control of its flight computer, is essentially going through a sequence to idle the second stage, make sure we're not
Whoa,
pulsing any
this
of the
CGI
cold
looks
gas
surreal.
thrusters.
Holy
The
moly,
engine has
cannily
been purged
amazing.
out. Essentially, anything that might cause motion of the
Mr.
second
What's happened
stage,
if
we're
I'm
making
not
sure
on
that
the
all of that is
International Space
eliminated,
Station?
so that when
Do
Dragon
my kids
separates,
just float
it's got a
around
very
all the
stable
space
platform
shit?
to move
Will
away
it make
from.
an alien? Please answer.
No, it doesn't cost more money. It would cost you literally. You could do it for like $10,000. You could literally get a raft and put the broadcasting box on the raft, put it away from the platform with a long wire, literally a fucking, an actual wire. Plug it in, make it go under, all the way to the raft,
That's right, John.
and secure the
Separation
wire
coming
with a
in
big
just
plastic
10
pipe.
seconds from now, standing by for that call.
And then boom. And then you broadcast the images from the raft, and you capture the images from the platform. Instead, they try to capture and broadcast from the platform. When the landing is causing disruptions, man.
And again, we are standing by. There we go.
Dragon
Well,
separation
simple
confirmed.
concept.
Turn copy to you, sir.
Dragon, CE, welcome to orbit. Hope you enjoyed the ride from F9. Dragon will take you from here. Safe travels. Stand by for words from LD.
And Endurance, LD here. On behalf of the SpaceX launch and
Cool,
recovery
man.
teams, it's a pleasure to be part of this mission with you. Enjoy your holidays amongst the stars. We'll be waving as you fly by. Cheers.
Trust me.
Wow. Incredible views of the crew now in orbit on their way
Thanks,
to the
guys.
International
It's been
Space
It was a great
Station.
ride, better than we imagined.
Cool, man. That was cool.
And some final words from the crew as well.
It's funny people still think this is
There
real.
they are, our Crew-3 astronauts. Now in orbit. That next milestone will be the deployment of the nose
30
cone.
fucking months
Oh, look at this. How
since
so
we
cute. Look at
came.
the little turtle.
That'll be about a 5-minute process.
0G turtle.
It'll expose those forward bulkhead Dracos and will prepare them for checkouts as well.
Now
Courtney,
they're gonna,
watching them
now
in
they're gonna launch
CRG right
balloons.
now working their displays. It looks so easy, but we had the benefit of watching the launch team, the spacecraft team, the NASA team, everybody working here for the
I
last
bet these
weeks,
motherfuckers
working through this.
won't be able to
And
boot up
it's
balloons
good to see
and beat
it
Lich.
come out looking just
First
so
try.
easy right now.
Yep, it's been a long time coming, and we're so excited to see them in orbit.
Chat, is that a smartwatch?
Dragon, SpaceX.
What is that? It's a
Nominal
mirror.
dehumidifier activation and service section Draco checkouts.
The Turn
Oh!
copy to you, sir, will be opening
When they're
time
working,
soon.
whatever. She's upset.
Well, it was a beautiful
Yo, I want to see
launch
what's in the
from
other
here
room.
at Hawthorne headquarters.
Bing,
at
and then they
SpaceX
can see?
headquarters here in Hawthorne. I can't imagine how the launch looked from over at Kennedy Space Center.
Yeah, pretty incredible launch. We also got to see
Then
their
why then?
0G indicator on the screen. It looked like a little turtle, so I'd love to hear the story behind that. But an amazing launch, an amazing day so far.
Yeah, that's right. And with that, we'll go ahead and send it back to Kennedy Space Center. Daryl, how was the launch from your end?
So look
Well,
back.
it was simply stunning. Thanks. We're back here at the Kennedy Space Center with Shannon Walker, Crew 1 astronaut, Michelin specialist from that
That was
mission.
cool.
Wow.
Wow is right. I mean, it was
Cam.
amazing.
Ever since the early days of
No, I will lose my shit. I'm not.
space flight,
Okay, chat, guys, listen. I'm not an engineer, okay? But I'm a streamer, okay? And I understand how some of this shit works. I think, okay? Main platform, okay? And there's vibration. Blah, 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 blah. So even though they capture the images over here with the camera, right? Whenever it's trying to broadcast back to the whatever server, right?
Are they
These are
working from
affected,
home?
right? And it causes disruption like what? Bomb, 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 bomb. So it cuts out, right? I get it. Easy. Wire from under. Wire in the water. This is all water, by the way. All water. Fucking, I don't give a shit. 1 kilometer wire. Literally a T45 you plug in your wall. A T45. You can get that at Best Buy, right? And you get a $60 fucking kayak, motherfucker. I don't give a shit. And you put it all the way out 1 kilometer away. A kayak, right? You put the broadcasting box, the live view, okay, the live view, or the whatever you use, you put it inside the wherever the person is usually sitting, right? And then you close the kayak, right? Even if it flips, it's still broadcasting. Boom, boom, right? Now it lands, right? The images go all over it. The live view encodes the images, and then they broadcast the signal and the images. Now, the vibrations won't be affecting all the way over here. And if it does, just put the wire longer, right? So why do all of it over here when you could just have a remote, a bait, a kayak all the way across? Why not?
Rocket launches have been a fascinating spectacle. Up until recently, liftoff.
Elon's expensive. Elon, you're dumb. You're dumb. You know what you're talking about. Yo! 165 laser beams! Much love, man.
Champ in the chat for the boys as well.
Oh, you don't, dude, why are you doing so much money, man? You didn't have to donate anything. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here, dude. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for being in chat as well. Okay, let's go.
The most tense and exciting part of it.
Elon is wrong. It would literally cost you $1,000. $1,000 and you could fix the broadcast.
Any launch. But ever since SpaceX came along and started to reuse their rockets, the landing of the Falcon 9 booster has become one of the most iconic shots in spaceflight. That is, when we get to see it.
Yeah, see? Told you.
Sadly, when watching the SpaceX broadcast, the live video feed often cuts out just as the rocket is coming into view, leaving us in suspense. But why does this happen? In this video, we're going to look at how SpaceX broadcasts live video from their landing sites. We're also going to look at how the live feed is interrupted by the rocket and the possible solutions that could be put in place to get around this problem.
My solution is the best.
When the Falcon 9 lands back on Earth, it will either land near the launch site or on a drone ship placed hundreds of miles out in the ocean. With the drone ship being in such a remote location, the live video feed has to be transmitted via satellite.
Okay.
A large antenna on the drone ship sends a directional signal towards the satellite, which will then transmit that footage back down to the broadcast team.
Okay.
The signal from the drone ship needs to be directional in order for it to be strong enough to reach the satellite. The problem occurs when the rocket gets close to the drone ship. As it comes in for a landing, the rocket is slowed down using either 1 or 3 of its MemerMAn engines, each firing over 100,000 pounds of thrust towards the surface of the drone ship. As the rocket gets closer to the drone ship, the thrust from the engines start to shake the drone ship with such a high frequency that the video feed antenna loses lock with the satellite, causing the video feed to cut out.
Lag. Fucking lag.
Once the rocket has landed and the vibrations have dissipated,
3 minutes away.
The video feed should reappear. During this period of time, the footage is recorded and will be sent back as soon as the drone ship regains connection with the satellite. Not only does this ensure that the engineers can analyze each landing, it also means that SpaceX can upload the footage after the broadcast for everyone else to watch.
Right.
There have been many solutions put forward to fix this issue. One solution would be to have a similar ship placed a few hundred meters away from the drone ship with its own antenna to transmit the video feed.
They stole my idea. I came up with that. I literally came up with that.
This antenna ship
when did they make this video? Yep.
Affected by the vibrations, but it would need to be connected to the drone ship using a very long video cable to receive the footage. A way around this is to transmit the video feed from the drone ship using a non-directional signal to the antenna ship, which would then transmit the video feed up to the satellite without being interrupted by the
It doesn't have to be video.
vibrations.
It doesn't have to be video. Wrong. It doesn't have to be video. It doesn't have to.
To the antenna ship, which would then transmit the video feed up to the satellite.
They could still encode locally, right? And send it through an internet wire.
Without being interrupted
to a server, right?
By the rocket's vibrations. Although this may seem like a problem that SpaceX could easily fix, going through the effort of adding more vessels to the recovery fleet doesn't seem like it's worth the cost for just a few seconds of live video. Even if we don't get to see live footage of the landing, the footage is always recorded and uploaded a few days later for all of us to see, even when the landing goes wrong. So, while it might be frustrating to lose the video feed right at the most exciting part of each mission, it does seem like SpaceX do everything they can to eventually bring us clear footage of each landing.
Disagree.
If you have any more questions on how SpaceX broadcasts their launches, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and would like to become one of the first contributors to Primal Space, please visit patreon.com/primalspace. And
okay, chat. Food is in 3 minutes. What's your watch?